Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to more Universe Mode on the JPG channel. We are here, Tuesday night NXT, just a week away from one of the biggest pay-per-views in the history of this Universe Mode on the JPG channel and Survivor Series, where a plethora of insane matches have already been announced. A War Games match has been announced on the men's side. And we still have SmackDown after this show. We still have SmackDown to come before Survivor Series, so there's still room. There's still room to, fill that card up a little bit more. And something tells me there's going to be some huge announcements on our next episode of Friday Night SmackDown. Definitely do not miss out on that. But tonight we got Tiffany Stratton taking on Gigi Dolin, formerly of Toxic Attraction, but has now chosen to, go her own separate way. And try and make a name for herself in the singles division. Finally got a big win over Cora Jade the last time we seen Gigi Dolin. Tiffany Stratton still trying to work her way up the ladder here in NXT, and it's girls like Gigi Dolin that are gonna, truly be some of the biggest tests for Miss Stratton here in NXT. As we mentioned every week, every single NXT female competitor is not only looking for to be the next challenger for Britt Baker, but if they had to settle for the second best trophy there, they're also looking for a spot in that women's Iron Survivor match. As look at that, Gigi Dolin dumps Stratton on her head. Both women swung wildly and missed. And wait a minute, Stratton got a hold of Gigi Dolin. And oh my goodness, a little sleeper hold. Neckbreaker slam there from Tiffany Stratton. Showing off to Gigi Dolin. And Dolin does not appreciate that as she lights Stratton up with strikes. But yeah, like I said, each woman, now that they've heard that Iron Survivor challenge on their side has been officially announced as a beautiful Bronco Buster from Gigi Dolin, every woman in that locker room is going to be looking to step it up a notch here at NXT, folks. Oh, look at that. Thought Gigi Dolin had it, but Tiffany Stratton was able to break out of it, and now a kick to the midsection of Gigi Dolin, lighting her up. Look at this, the strength on full display as a beautiful backbreaker from Miss Stratton. And now look at this. Just panizing to the crowd there. Not even sure if I just said English when I said that, but Tiffany Stratton now. Look at this. Oh my goodness, a huge missile dropkick to the outside. Putting her body on the line just as much as she's putting Gigi's body on the line. Ladies and gentlemen, I could not begin to express the big, huge night we have here on NXT. As our main event, we'll see the rematch between Ilja Dragunov and Bron Breakker. This time inside a solid steel cage after weeks of both men getting the upper hand on one another, sneak attacks, what have you. It all goes down here tonight when the Mad Dragon meets the badass Bron Breakker. And look at this, Tiffany Stratton got Gigi Dolin up for something here. Oh my goodness, the rolling hills from Tiffany Stratton. This could be it. Count of 1, 2. Oh no, Dolin gets the shoulder out. Shoulder out at 2. Accompanying that main event match. Coming up next, we have a huge match in the tag team division. As wait a minute, I'll tell you about that in a second. I think Tiffany Stratton just beat Gigi Dolin. Wait, no, Dolin's still in the fight. Well, as I was saying before, this match picked up 3 different notches. Huge match in the tag team division to come. Oh, look at that. Gigi Dolin dumping Tiffany Stratton on the back of her neck once again. And oh my goodness, slamming her face into the mat. Let me get it out. Huge tag team match coming up. Dragon Lee and his brother Roosh will be taking on the debuting team of the Gallus Boys. Gallus is a very interesting trio of men. Oh my goodness, consisting of Joe Coffey, his brother Mark Coffey, and Mark Coffey's frequent tag team partner in Wolfgang. And that is going to be a hell of a match in itself. I mean, just as much as every woman is looking to step up to the plate here in NXT, all the tag teams are as well, as everybody's vying for a shot against the Creed brothers, who run the tag team division as of right now. Just, you know, competed a difficult match against Los Lotharios, Carrillo and Garza. And man, both these women are putting on a clinic. And look at this, Gigi Dolin sends Tiffany Stratton to the ropes and a huge kick to the midsection. And oh, did you see that nasty forearm shot to Stratton? Might be enough to knock her out, but if not, this might be. A Black Widow stretches locked in from Gigi Dolin. Tiffany Stratton gonna have to find a way out of this, and luckily she did. Oh my goodness, she just tripped Gigi Dolin on the bottom rope. I don't know if you caught that, but I'll tell you what, Gigi Dolin definitely caught the bottom of the rope there. Now look at this, powerbomb. No, Gigi Dolin, Hurricanrana out of it. Hurricanrana out of it. Showing some athleticism is Dolin. And now look at this, firing back with some heavy lariats there from Gigi Dolin. And man, Dolin's fired up. You could tell misses wildly though, and Tiffany Stratton's gonna take advantage of that. Off the ropes goes Gigi Dolin, but wait a minute, Tiffany Stratton did not plan it accordingly. And now Dolin's back in the driver's seat with the huge elbow to the face there. And now working over the knee is Dolin. Working over the knee, Gigi Dolin in full control of NXT's resident princess. And now wait a minute, what the hell? She just dumped Stratton on the back of her neck with a beautiful half and half from Gigi Dolin. Dolin's not done yet. She's gonna looking to take it a step further. Looking to prove that she belongs in the singles division. As look at this, a beautiful suicide dive from Gigi Dolin, Hell's favorite Harlow. And now throwing Stratton back in the ring. Dolin might just be one big move away from earning herself another victory here on Tuesday nights. As look at this, got her up for a surfboard stretch. This might be over right here. She's stretching Tiffany Stratton out. All the damage being applied to the lower back and the neck. But look at this, Stratton able to maneuver out of it. Almost got a pinfall there, but Gigi Dolin was there to break it up. And now, wait a minute. Stratton, no, we saw this last week. We saw this last week with Cora Jade stealing Dolin's move. Tiffany Stratton must be paying attention, but somehow Gigi Dolin was able to kick out of it twice. And like I said, if there's anybody that's going to kick out of her own move, it's freaking Gigi Dolin. And now she lights Stratton up. But wait a minute, Stratton caught the big right. Caught the big right, and now going for a suplex. But Dolin slips out of it. And now chop block to the knee. Chop block to the knee from Dolin. And she grabs a hold of that very knee. Single leg locked in. Single leg Boston Crab locked in. Stratton's going to have to fight. Dolin's going to rip that leg right off her body. Stratton's going to have to fight. And fight she does. She trips the leg from underneath Dolin. Beautiful counter there. But wait a minute. Dolin's looking to set up in the corner. Oh my goodness. A nasty kick. Nasty kick. And wait a minute. A little bit of athleticism again from Dolin, and she knocks her out with another lariat. Another lariat lands wildly. And now, wait a minute, she's looking to show Stratton how it's done this time. This time she had to prove to Cora Jade how it was done. This time she gets Stratton 1, 2, 3. Oh my goodness, Dolin picks up another huge win on her way to the top of the singles division in the women's roster. Man, Tiffany Stratton's going to definitely have to get it together. We have seen her take a few too many L's here in NXT as of late. But Gigi Dolin, on the other hand, as we said, is much so on the rise here in NXT since leaving her toxic mates in the past. But as we mentioned, ladies and gentlemen, we have a huge tag team match coming up. The debut of Gallus taking on the LIJ, Dragon Lee and Roosh. LIJ, LFI, whatever you want to call them. Just know that these boys put on a show every time they are in the ring. And that's exactly what they are about to do when they take on Gallus. I cannot wait for this match to come about, folks. And then I cannot wait for the main event. That's what I can't wait for more than anything. You get two combustible elements like Braun Breaker and the Mad Dragon, Ilja Dragunov, in the same ring. And we already saw what they were capable of in the same ring. This time that ring will be surrounded. By a solid steel cage, which we've seen in the past is the perfect culmination to end most rivalries. But I don't know if these two men can really be contained, honestly. I don't know if they can be contained inside a steel cage. We're going to find out in a mere matter of moments, as here comes Gallus down to the ring, looking as brass as ever. And I mean, it's their first night here in NXT, but believe me, these guys are about to show you exactly why they have been brought here in the first place. As we mentioned before, even though these guys are brothers, the Coffey brothers here, you know, Wolfgang is actually Mark Coffey's tag team partner. Joe Coffey seems to like to focus on himself a little bit more in the singles division, as we'll come to see in future episodes. But here tonight, we have a huge tag team match, as I've tried to express more than once, as Roosh starts off with Wolfgang. And Gallus is officially a part of our NXT roster now. Now look at this, a huge kick to the mush. Super kick to Wolfgang. And now throwing Wolfgang in the corner. Here comes that explosive offense from Dragon Lee and Roosh. Look at this, off the ropes, big, oh my goodness, big body drop there. And now Dragon Lee is in the equation. And man, when I tell you this guy goes a mile a minute, I cannot begin to express that enough. But Wolfgang able to catch Dragon Lee. Hanging Dragon Lee out to dry now is Wolfgang. Oh my goodness, a kick to the back. And a stomp to the hand. And now here comes Mark Coffey into the equation. Now here comes Coffey, looking to continue the attack that Wolfgang started on Dragon Lee. And now look at this, oh my goodness, a huge running shoulder block. Might have knocked Dragon Lee's mask half off his face. And look at this. Oh no, swings wildly but misses. Oh, look at that, a huge running knee from Dragon Lee. Did not mean to rhyme there. Count of one from Dragon Lee now. And Wolfgang gonna look to figure out where he's at, but by the time he figures that out, he might not even know where Dragon Lee is at. Look at the offense. A huge arm drag into a drop kick from Dragon Lee. And now wait a minute, stomping out the knee. Wolfgang is obviously the bigger opponent other than Dragon Lee, but hey, like I said, do not count Dragon Lee out. I mean, this is a man that legends like Rey Mysterio have coined the future of Lucha Libre. I mean, you can't get much higher praise than that. Look at this, Dragon Lee went for something crazy there, but Gallus boy Wolfgang there was not going for it. And now look at this, biting at the mask. That's just that nasty, dirty tactics of the Gallus boys that you'll come to learn real quick here at NXT. Look at this, Dragon Lee looking to light Gallus, looking to light Wolfgang's chest up. And now look at this snap mirror from Dragon Lee into a huge single leg kick. Single leg kick. Perhaps knocking some teeth out of the Wolf. But wait a minute. Got him up for a fisherman driver. Oh my goodness. Spiked him right in the back of his neck. Dragon Lee might be out here. And Wolfgang, he can smell the blood. Got a nose of a bloodhound, that's for sure. Now look at this. Tagging in Mark Coffey now. Oh, a kick to the midsection. And Dragon Lee trying to fend off Gallus, but this is where the numbers advantage comes into play. This is kind of what they do best at their core, is set these teams up in their corner, but Dragon Lee misses wildly with that moonsault. Still able to control the match though. Got up pretty quick, realized he didn't have enough distance there. As look at this, lighting up Mark Coffey with a bunch of strikes. And now wait a minute, Dragon Lee looking to correct his mistake from last time, this time with an acai moonsault. Count of one there. And wait a minute. Roosh begged for the tag, said he wants a piece of the Gallus boys. And now look at this. Oh no, but the moment that they took was enough for Mark Coffey to get back in control of this match, and now driving his knee into the back of Roosh. And wait a minute, no, almost went for a huge lariat there, but Roosh was able to escape, and now lighting Coffey up with strikes, sends him into the corner. What could this be? A drop kick into the turnbuckle. Might have caught the back of his neck there, but Wolfgang was able to break it up. And Dragon Lee does not look too happy with Wolfgang. As look at this. Tremendous offense from Roosh as he spikes him with a poison Rana. Spikes Mark Coffey on the back of his neck with a poison Rana. Could this be it? One. No, only a one count. Only a one count there. But Roosh lighting Coffey up with every strike in the book. And now wait a minute. No, Coffey turns it around. Beautiful reversal there from Mark Coffey. Now taking Roosh for a ride. Taking Roosh for a ride. Now wait a minute. Taking him for another ride with a sleeper slam. Beautiful. Beautiful sleeper slam from Mark Coffey, but only warrants him a 2 count. But man, Roosh is in a bad way here. Roosh is in some deep water with some real hungry sharks there from Gallus. First night on the job, you know they're looking to take a dub. You know they're looking to take a dub at the hands of LFI. More suplexes to Roosh. Just doing more damage to the back each and every time. You know, wait a minute. Wolfgang's back in the equation. Lines Roosh up for something huge, but wait a minute. Roosh fighting out of it. Roosh fighting out of it. And drop kick to Mark Coffey. And went for a huge headbutt on Wolfgang, but Wolfgang was able to take advantage of the distraction. And now wait a minute. Oh my goodness. Roosh comes flying in with a huge springboard forearm, knocking Wolfgang out cold perhaps. And Dragon Lee, he wants a piece now. And wait a minute. Catches him with a springboard Hurricane Rana. This is that offense from Dragon Lee we talked about. Dragon Lee, like I said, a mile a minute competitor, sends Wolfgang to the outside. And you know what Dragon Lee's looking to do. He's looking to prove why he is indeed the future of Lucha Libre. And wait a minute, suicide dive from the Dragon. And now wait a minute, Joe Coffey wants a piece and he gets it. A huge tornado DDT. Huge tornado DDT, but once again the distraction. Once again the distraction from Gallus. Wolfgang recognizes he's got to get his opponent back in the ring to even warrant a win here. Driving those knees into the midsection. Man, this numbers game is going to be a problem here in NXT with Gallus. But wait a minute. Once again, a snap mirror into the drop kick lands. Once again, Dragon Lee plants his foot right in the face of the Wolf. And wait a minute. Oh, blocks the wild chop. But Dragon Lee blocks that. And now wait a minute. Oh my goodness. I think Dragon Lee was going for something in the corner, but Wolfgang caught him with a drop kick instead. Wolfgang caught him with a drop kick instead. Now wait a minute. What a beautiful neck breaker from Wolfgang. Might have just caused whiplash there from Dragon Lee. I thought he got the win there, but only a 2 count. Only a 2 count from Wolfgang. It's a Wolf versus a Dragon in the middle of the ring, and man, what a match this has been so far in between all four men. And now wait a minute. What we got coming here? Oh my goodness, double gut buster from Mark Coffey and Wolfgang. Beautiful tag team tandem. And I'm driving that knee into the face of Dragon Lee, but Dragon Lee looking to get his brother back in the match, but Coffey recognizes that what Dragon Lee was trying to do. And now wait a minute, now he's got Coffey up for a snap mirror, and he gets him with the kick instead this time. Gets him with the kick instead this time, and I'm driving that knee into the face of Mark Coffey. And I'm driving his own knee into the rings, into the apron, or the mat, I should say. And now, oh my goodness, a nasty, nasty chop. That'll knock the hair right off of Coffey's chest. And now, wait a minute, Dragon Lee coming flying in with some drop kicks. And a second one for good measure. Mark Coffey might be out of it. He might not even know where he's at. Dragon Lee tags his brother back in. And now Roosh setting Coffey up for something huge here. We already know. We already know it's going to be big. Oh my goodness, what a running lariat. What a running lariat from Roosh. And now wait a minute. Now it's Coffey trying to get back in. But this time it's Roosh being one step ahead of his opponent. As wait a minute, he lines Coffey up. Lines Coffey up for something huge here. But wait a minute, Mark Coffey able to escape. Mark Coffey able to escape. But wait a minute, what's Dragon Lee doing? Oh no, he misses a huge frog splash maneuver there. But wait a minute, he's back on his feet. Tornado DDT. And look at Roosh. Look at Roosh jumping from the skies. This is the exact type of tag team offense that makes these two men so exciting to watch here on NXT. As Roosh, oh no, but Wolfgang got the tag anyways. Wait a minute. Oh no, he misses wildly. Misses wildly, but wait a minute, what the hell is Wolfgang doing? Oh my goodness, just turned Roosh inside out with a springboard lariat type of, I don't even know what to call that. But Wolfgang just turned Roosh inside out. Either way, and now a super kick lands. And a huge senton from Roosh. Going for the cover now. Going for the cover now. Wolfgang 1, 2, only a count of 2. Only a count of 2 from Roosh. And wait a minute, what does Roosh have planned here? Sends Wolfgang into the corner. Sends Wolfgang in the corner, huge chop, doesn't land. But wait a minute, Dragon Lee getting his pound of flesh back. And wait a minute, ripcord knee strike from Roosh. Wolfgang could be out here. 1, only a count of 1. Man, it's a big kick out from Wolfgang this late in the match, but Roosh continuing the offense on Wolfgang here. Continuing the offense. And now stomping out Wolfgang is Roosh. Wait a minute. Oh, he went to drive that foot right to the face, but got nothing. Got nothing for his troubles. And now wait a minute. Once again, Mark Coffey back into the match. And Roosh welcomes the challenge. Goes to the top rope. And wait a minute. Coffey was there to meet him. Coffey was there to meet him. But wait a minute. Roosh was playing possum. Playing possum with the roll-up. Dragon Lee somehow distracting the ref. Man, that did not work out the way that Dragon Lee thought he was going to. He thought he was going to stop Wolfgang in enough time, but did not get past the referee. But Roosh was able to spike Mark Coffey right on his head. And now Roosh is fired up here. Now we're going to see what Roosh can do as he plants Mark Coffey one more time with a Tiger Driver. Tiger Driver lands, and that's got to be it. Count of 1, 2, 3. Oh my goodness. La Facción Ingernable just handed Gallus their first loss on their first night here in NXT. That is not going to sit right with the Coffey brothers and Wolfgang. But what a match we just witnessed between these 4 men. To serve as just basically an appetizer to what we are about to witness next, folks. The NXT Championship on the line after weeks and weeks of both men going at each other's throats. It all ends inside a steel cage match. Braun Breaker, Ilja Dragunov, LFG. You know, I gotta use the abbreviation so that we can avoid, any kind of monetization or anything like that. But you get what I'm putting down here. This is about to be a clinic. It ain't gonna be no wrestling match. This is gonna be an all-out drag-out fight. And believe me, I, much like everybody else in the NXT audience, am definitely here for it. And man, Bron Breakker, we mentioned before, the first time that he lost his NXT championship, back at the start of Universe Mode, when he was taking on Tyler Bate, you saw a flip switch the first time Breakker lost his championship. And that's kind of what kind of kickstarted this whole badass moniker that Breakker goes by nowadays and lives by. But now he has lost his championship for a second time in 1 year when Ilja Dragunov beat him a few weeks back at Halloween Havoc and became our new NXT champion. And man, look at that, draped in gold from head to toe. Dragunov looks like a proper NXT champion as he makes his way into battle. You talk about battle, you talk about War Games that I was talking about earlier. This is a little bit of a preview of War Games. I mean, you're missing about 6 other men. You're missing about a whole nother ring and a whole nother side of steel cage. But yes, this is a little bit of a preview to what's to come at Survivor Series when we see the team of DIY, Tommaso Ciampa, and Johnny Gargano teaming up with the most unlikeliest of tag team partners in Bryan Danielson and Jon Moxley, who all 4 have one thing in common, and that is a hatred, a disdain for the bloodline. What a match we saw to close Monday Night Raw out this week, ladies and gentlemen, with Bryan Danielson taking on Roman Reigns. Reigns was able to pick up the win and earn the advantage for his team heading into War Games. And believe me, that is going to warrant them a very, they don't call it an advantage for a reason, for no reason at all, I should say. That's going to warrant them a very good opportunity to not only always be ahead of the game when it comes to going against each opponent, but I mean that gives them about a 90-second interval to do whatever they want to an opposing member of the team that will always be at a disadvantage until the War Games match officially begins. But before War Games, we have to witness this war right here between Dragunov and Breakker for that NXT championship. And it cannot get any bigger than this on NXT. 2 of NXT's biggest stars in Dragunov and Bron Breakker duking it out one more time with NXT's big gold on the line. You cannot ask for a bigger main event, folks. And here we go. Look at this. Dragunov looking to chop up and smack up Breakker, but Breakker's not having it. He just tossed him over his shoulder with a bit of a judo throw there. And now look at this. No, he's looking to drive Dragunov into the steel cage, but wait a minute. No, Dragunov was able to escape, and this is, like I said, this is not going to be no pretty match. I don't know why you thought that it was going to be. As look at this. These 2 men hate each other. Dragunov throwing his entire body weight at Breakker. Now look at this, the offense from the champion, the Mad Russian, the Mad Dragon, Ilja Dragunov. We saw Dragon Lee earlier. This is Dragunov. And trust me, two very different individuals. Dragon Lee's very talented in his own right, but Ilja Dragunov just has a different level of intensity that I have never seen in a competitor. As look at that, he just drove his bare knee into the bridge of the bridge of the nose of Bron Breakker. Excuse my mess up of that there, but I'm trying to call all this action while these two men are tearing each other apart like two dogs in a cage. And I look at this, another senton from Dragunov, and Breakker's gonna find out real quick. He gonna mess around and find out real quick that Dragunov ain't the one. And now Breakker also looking to prove that he ain't no shy little, kitten in the corner either. He's a big dog. He's a badass. Bron Breakker. Oh, I don't know how much of a badass he is if he's looking to escape Dragunov already. But Dragunov taking a breather on the outside. But wait a minute. Getting Breakker back into this thing real quick. As, there's some beef here that has not been settled just yet. As, wait a minute, Breakker takes his eyes off the prize. And a huge double axe handle from the badass Bron Breakker. Misses wildly with that lariat. But Dragunov missed wildly with that shot there as well. And now Breakker's got him up for a suplex. Wait a minute, Dragunov kicks his feet out of it. Chop to the knee. Chop to the knee from Dragunov. And now look at this, sending Breakker into the corner, but misses wildly again. Breakker definitely having his opponent scouted here tonight. A huge back suplex on the Mad Dragon as Breakker just looking around the ring, realizing oh, come on, Dragunov's right behind you. But wait a minute, it was a psych out. Breakker didn't want to escape. He just wanted to see what Dragunov. He just wanted to see if Dragunov would take the bait. And indeed, Dragunov did take the bait. And now Breakker once again looking to escape the cage. Already this early in the match. But Dragunov's right there to break him up once again. No pun intended there. And wait a minute, look at the power of Dragunov. He's got Breakker on his shoulder. Electric chair. Driving his lower back right into the middle of the ring post. Or the middle of the ring mat, I should say. I don't know why I keep messing that up tonight. But look at this, Dragunov, what the hell is he thinking? He just drove Breakker into the cage. Just drove him into the cage. Spine first, unforgiving steel into the back of the badass. And now Dragunov just cementing hard iron fists into the midsection of Breakker. And now look at this, he gets that Larry he was looking for earlier. And he's not done yet, goes for a second one. Laying Breakker out cold. And now look at this. Oh, no, didn't get all of it. Did not get all of it, but might have got enough of it. But wait a minute. Breakker misses wildly. Dragunov lighting him up. No, Breakker blocks it. And now, wait a minute. He's got Dragunov up. Oh, looking to show some strength his own right. It's a beautiful, beautiful elevated T-bone suplex lands. Count of one. The referee must be counting from the outside because I don't see him anywhere near these two men. And now Dragunov looking to just find a way out of this match and live to fight another day as NXT champion. As look at this, he's got Breakker up for something special here. Running power bomb straight into almost the corner of the steel. Count of 1, 2. No, I thought that was it. Oh, Dragunov thought that was it too, and he swung wildly. Not even swung wildly, he leaped faithfully and crashed and burned. And wait a minute, Breakker's looking to end it early. No! Dragunov escapes it. Oh my goodness, what a spinning back fist. Spinning back fist to the son of the dog-faced gremlin, I should say, and Bron Breakker. And wait a minute, Dragunov once again escaping. You can see the welts on the back of Dragunov starting to form as both men have put a beating on one another, and Breakker just landed a wild uppercut. And now Breakker's not even concerned with escaping the cage at this point. He's concerned with breaking Dragunov in half with a spine-wrenching spear. Dragunov's out cold. This could be it, folks. New NXT champion to close our show. No, Dragunov kicks out. And wait a minute. Roll up from Dragunov. Roll up in steel cage. I don't know if I've ever seen that. But wait a minute. This is something I have seen. Torpedo Moscow from Dragunov. Still NXT champion. No, Breakker kicks out. How the hell did Breakker kick out? How the hell did Breakker kick out of A torpedo Moscow, but wait a minute. No time to even think. No time to even think as Dragunov just drove his arm right into the midsection of Breaker. Man, this match has been every bit of physical that I thought it would be. And no, Breaker counters wildly. No, and another uppercut. Another uppercut lands, and now Dragunov could be in some deep trouble here. Breaker's got him up. Breaker's got him up. Wait, no, Dragunov escapes once again. Man, he has that move. He has that move down pat. He took it a few times. The Halloween Havoc was able to survive. 1, 2, nice schoolboy powerbomb. Not enough again. Still not enough to put away Bron Breaker. And the crowd is going crazy. What a main event here tonight, folks. Look at this, Dragunov. Oh my goodness, no remorse whatsoever for Breaker. And how could there be at this point? Both men could give a rat's behind about one another. As look at this, Breaker comes in with a running choke slam of sorts. And now Breaker looking to take the easy way out. Looking to take the easy way out. He thinks better of it though, actually. He realizes, you know, what kind of a man is he going to be if he takes the easy way out from Dragunov. But just as I said that, here comes Breaker getting right back on that steel on the wall of steel cage, trying to escape this match. He just wants his championship back. He's had enough of the Mad Dragon. You know you're so if you're such a badass, you'll get back in that ring with Dragunov, and Dragunov is going to force you back in the ring himself. As look at this. Yes, again wrenching out the leg, just pulling Breaker, realizing that championship could be slipping through the fingers of Dragunov. But wait a minute, Dragunov decides better. No, he knocked Breaker right off the top. And now wait a minute. This time with the big run up, Dragunov's looking to spike him clean with the Torpedo Moscow again. Torpedo Moscow again, but he doesn't go for the cover. He doesn't go for the cover. What the hell is Dragunov planning here, folks? You gotta be kidding me. The crowd chants one more time. Dragunov is nothing but a service to the people. Torpedo Moscow for the second time. Breaker's out cold. Breaker's out cold. 1, 2. No, what the hell? What the hell? How did Breaker kick out of that? How the hell did Breaker kick out of that? This match continues, folks. This match continues, and Breaker has Dragunov right where he wants him, plants him with a belly-to-belly. Plants him with a belly-to-belly, and now Breaker back in control of this match. Back in control of this match, and now wait a minute. Oh my goodness, bounce him off the cage, and huge rib shots, huge lower back shots from Breaker. I gotta pause. Luckily I said lower back shots, you know. Don't wanna be calling anything out of the ordinary. But wait a minute, Dragunov. Let me get my mind elsewhere as Dragunov just slammed Breaker's leg into the steel. Oh no! Oh no, that's a nasty spill. A nasty spill, and wait the hell does Dragunov have planned here? You gotta be kidding me. He's a madman. Oh my goodness, misses crazily there. Gets a drop kick for his troubles, and now Breaker thinks he has it. Only a 1 count. Only a 1 count this time. But man, he tried it. But wait a minute, Dragunov reversed it. Oh no, I think he was going for another Torpedo Moscow, but Breaker was able to sidestep and put him in a fireman's carry position as he hangs him out to dry there. Hangs him out to dry there, and now what the hell? What the hell? Alley-oop bomb incoming for the Mad Dragon. And now what the hell is Breaker going for here? Wait a minute, once again, Ilja's back on his feet. Once again, Ilja's back on his feet. He stuns him with the Torpedo Moscow, but that's not enough. Oh my goodness, but an enziguri might be. And now what the hell is Dragunov got planned here? He missed crazily last time, but oh my goodness, he overshot it. I think he might have gotten a piece of Breaker, but he got more of a piece of himself than anything else. And now the firing the shots back to back once again. Oh my goodness, driving that sharp elbow. Sharp elbow right into the chin, the jaw of the dog. Bron Breaker, but look at these strikes, lighting Breaker up, rocking his world here, and now look at this, catches him with a beautiful belly-to-belly suplex. Belly-to-belly suplex lands, and Dragunov might be in some trouble here. Breaker looking to end this thing in the center of the ring. He's got Dragunov up right where he wants him for that military press power slam, ladies and gentlemen. Are we looking at a new NXT champion right here tonight? No, Dragunov gets the shoulder up. Dragunov gets the shoulder up, and Breaker says, to hell with this. To hell with this. Breaker says, to hell with this. He wants to escape while he still has all working parts of his body, but Dragunov one last time says, get your ass back in this ring. It is not done yet. It is not done yet, Mr. Breaker. As Dragunov drags Breaker into the ring again. Man, I never thought I'd see Bron Breaker trying to escape a fight, but when you're in the match with Dragunov, as look at this, Breaker crashes and burns. When you're in a match with Dragunov, I cannot blame you. And now once again, Dragunov going for that huge senton he didn't hit earlier. Senton hits. Senton hit flush, by the way. 1, 2 to win the, no, I should say to retain the championship. And wait a minute, now he's just wrenching at the neck of Breaker, but Breaker is able to escape. Breaker's able to escape, and now a huge rib shot lands. Wait a minute, no, whatever Breaker was going for, he missed. Oh, and he gets an enziguri for his troubles. And one last time, Dragunov's in the corner, looking for that final nail in the coffin with a third torpedo. Moscow hit flush on the dog. Bron Breaker, and Dragunov has survived the steel cage to retain his NXT championship. What a fight we just witnessed, folks. What a match. A brutal affair between two men that just cannot stand the sight of one another. But at the end of the night, the Mad Dragon still NXT champion. It is still the era of Ilja. And if you keep putting on performances like that, Mr. Dragunov, it will be the era of Ilja for quite some time. Ladies and gentlemen, thanks for joining me. Do not miss SmackDown. Like I said, possibly some big announcements on that show in regarding to Survivor Series. But as always, I'll see you on the next one.